We're just riding out of Gulgong, out of the Gulgong showgrounds, heading off on the Central West Cycle Trail. Nice little town. We camped here with Rob Purse. Enjoyed the delights of the pub in town for a chamomile. Rob's headed on now, and we're riding on the Central West Cycle Trail out to Dunedoo today, then Mendooran, Balimore and Wentworth, and then back to here. 5 days of cycling delights. Flirtation Hill, look out. What a name. Positively tropical feel here with all the palm trees. Tarback truck. We just came across this fella.
He's playing dead.
He's playing dead.
And he's very lucky.
He's quite a large frill-neck lizard. I think that's about the third car we've seen this morning. Not much traffic at all on this road. Barney's Reef Road, and there's a lot of pencil pine or cypress pine scrubland all along here. See it out to the left. Dry land, native pines. Well, it's almost a hill. A little bit of a gully dip. Only shallow, concrete. Oh, a bit of bumpy stuff. Straight on Maryvale Road or something. This is on the gravel of Maryvale Road. Seen a couple of lizards, frill-neck lizards along the way, and one echidna. Quiet road, but we just had 3 or 4 four-wheel drives go past, chucking up a bit of dust. Oh, the magpies. The dreaded magpies. They're out in season now. Been swooped by 3 magpies so far. They keep us on our toes. And this one's going to have a go too. Nice views out there. Up high, dropping down. Shingleback. There was a shingleback lizard crossing the road. Little floodway crossings along here. Well, this is a turn off to go to Dunedoo. We're following Maryvale Road, or however you pronounce it. And probably got about 30 odd kilometres to go. We're following a road called the Beryl bus route, and it's a pretty ramshackle old route. I guess a bus went along once upon a time. Birriwa is a little highway community up here. Well, I don't even think it's a community. I think it's just a name on the highway. There's a grain silo there, and not much else. But I guess once upon a time it was a little township. Got another magpie swooping the mongrel 3 times. I wonder if he's going to go a 4th. There's a few of them around. It's that time of year. There he goes again. Persistent bugger, you can hear him. Oh, another time, 6 times. Yeah, that looks like the Grand Canyon. by golly gosh, there's a view out there towards the hills. That's sort of out towards Dunedoo. The big sky country around here almost. Very wide open spaces. Onto the Castlereagh Highway. Just passing through the derelict settlement of Birriwa. Some classic old buildings.
Birriwa Road.
Obviously a lot of grain around here. Wheat, sunflower, whatever. Mainly wheat probably. Dunedoo, and a fair bit of it's probably going to be, it's rolling country, slightly descending. So this really reminds me of some of the high country, the plateau lands up around Upton Hill near Ruffy. Quite amazing really, the same little hills, wooded hills, pasture in the foreground and a distant view in the background, just like Upton Hill. Bloody magpie. I mean, there's been a lot of them on this road. So many magpies. I reckon that's about the 8th or 9th that's hammered me. Oh, this is a descent. Big field of canola there. Lots of it around this time of year. It's all in flower. That bugger came in at a ground level attack first, a strafing run, straight at me. Oh, he was a savage bugger. Just about in Dunedoo, at 3 or 4 kilometres to go. We're at the edge of town. And we enter Dunedoo. Welcome to Dunedoo, says the sign.
We're here at Dunedoo, and Dunedoo.
Dunedoo.
Oh, Dunedoo. Here, lot of history, and got a hospital here. We see a railway line and a library and a bakery that's open at the moment. A little supermarket, hotel, a very typical country hotel, and pretty country around here. Rolling green hills and some flat sections and lots of trees. We saw a lot of wildlife. Yes, there were those frill-necked lizards. What they were?
Yes.
Yeah, quite a few of those yesterday.
And
Echidna. So there, saw some wildlife
And the magpies.
Yeah, well, the magpies.
The magpies were
yeah, well, we got swooped by quite a few magpies, including, pecks on the helmet and flapping wings on the helmet and coming straight at you. This angle, I saw one coming in. It was a bit scary, but you just have to keep pedaling and get the heck out of there is what you've got to do. So, yeah, we may have more of that.
Probably will. In Dunedoo, in the bakery, the pie shop, and the view out front. It's a lovely sunny day.
Just riding out of Dunedoo is the hotel. We had a nice night in the hotel here at Dunedoo and did breakfast down here at the Dunedoo pie shop. There it is. Here we've got the Dunedoo silo art. Actually got in on the silo art and put some murals painted. We've got winks on the silo. It must come from this area. Impressive bit of artwork. Yeah. Jamison Leeson from Dunedoo. It's obviously just been in the Paralympics. The Royal Hotel. There's a nice streetscape down here. Of old buildings, shops, craft shops, pet supplies, the Kakadu Cafe. Not open today. Only open on Monday. Today's rolling on into the wind for another 11 kilometres, and then we'll sidle around. Eventually, we'll have the tailwind for the rest of the day. Now we're on the Avondale Road. It's a bit of a open pasture country. I think they run stock along here. We go right over, there's a gap in the trees over there, that's where the road goes. Right across this great big pasture land. Bit of a ramp coming up just here. Steep little punt up the hill. You must be overheating in that big jacket now. You're hot?
Change of vegetation here.
Yeah, we dropped down.
No fire.
They're ironbark.
Ironbarks?
Yeah, it's just box ironbark. We haven't seen any of that. Macquarie River. Oh, we've spooked the cockatoos. Just cresting a very long, slow climb on the gravel just after lunch. Always just after lunch. Oh, a bit of loose rough stuff in and down the hill. Always a bit challenging. Oh, watch the edges here. $11. That's a bit further than I thought. Here we are in Mendooran
River.
and the Castlereagh River.
Caravan.
The Blue Sky Cheese, local providores. Don't look like they're open. Downtown Mendooran on a Sunday afternoon. It's a fairly quiet old place. And, I think we've seen the sights. We rode up the main street and it's a fairly quiet old place. But we're staying the night in McKechnie's Royal Hotel here. Got a room booked. So good morning. It's Monday morning now. Monday the 16th. And this is just the back of the marvellous McKechnie's Royal Hotel in Mendooran. We stayed here the night. Had a very pleasant night. Quite cold. It was ice on all the grass all around here. All that grass out there was white earlier this morning. But it's just about, what is it, 20 past 9, and we're about to get on the road, heading out through the Goonoo Forest area to a little town called Balimore, which is it's about 60 kilometres away. The route we're going to take, about 54 I think. We're going to take the route through the forest on some gravel roads, and looking forward to it. And Mendooran is a sort of a very quaint little town. Not a lot of life in it. And Monday morning there's a bit more life than there was Sunday afternoon. Yeah, we had just had a really nice cup of coffee down at the cafe and got our lunch. So we're set to go. See you on the road. Straight ahead, kilometre on the highway. Car back. Riding through the Goonoo National Park now, and this is all mallee country, so there's a chance of seeing mallee fowl, and also the glossy black cockatoos found around here, so that'll be good if we saw some of them. We're going to get off onto quieter roads through the forest. Lots of ironbark forest here. The dark trunks, really bright wattles all through here. Fairly firm surface. We get through. This is the Goonoo National Park now. We're off on the Denmire track, it's called. Probably can't see him, but up there in that tree you can hear him. It's probably a glossy black cockatoo. Hordes of wildflowers all through here. So many of them. Little ones. Sprays of white and yellow. Oh, bird just flew off there. Pigeon or something.
What?
Probably a pigeon or something. It's a long run south on a straight line through this forest. Lovely riding. A lot of gradual climb, but then every now and then you get a bit of a crest and a few ups and downs. A fair bit of bird life here and there. and lots of wildflowers I'm seeing. Heading west now, sort of riding through a gridwork of forest roads. Went south for about 10 kilometres, and we head west for about 3, and then we head south again. We just had a lovely lunch stop by a little fire dam waterhole, and there's lots of wildflowers around, lots of birds around. Riding through this whole Goonoo National Park, at this time of year there's wildflowers everywhere, wattles and pea flowers, and there's lots of tea tree as well, melaleuca. We saw a red-tailed black cockatoo, it was, up on the tree. Somebody's put a nesting box up there for it, so it was based there, probably had young in the nest this time of year. Changes from the white pipe clay surface, which is brilliant to ride along in places. There's a bit of sand traps in the gullies, and then some of this red ironstone stuff on the rocky red ironstone on the ridge tops. Part of the trail, it's a public road I believe, Gowan Creek Road. And on Gowan Creek Road we're out of the forest into the farm country and back into a patch of forest. So whether it's public forest or private land. Oh, there's galahs around. Rough and rocky in places. Oh, wind. We've got a headwind now. Open country, pushing into it. It's not too bad. Just a blustery gust as we came out of a bit of woodland. Oh, hello boys. How you going? Keep going. Bye horsey. Bit of a dip down here, so watch out for any sand. More of the rocks. Wall-to-wall sand on this bit. It's a bit of a slog. Well, we're back onto the seal tarmac now. That gravel was some of the worst gravel we've had so far. A total sand pit. Oh, and a big descent. Yeah! Go for it. Oh no. We're back to the gravel. Well, it looks like it might be a little bit better gravel. Not quite the sand pit that we had up there. Last bit of run into Balimore. The roads got a bit better. Corrugated, but not so gravelly and sandy. And fairly flat, maybe slight descent. Starting to see signs of town. A few more farm buildings and shacks. He's up in that tree behind me. Don't know whether you can see him. Maybe he's gone. No, he's still there. He's still up in that tree. When I look at him, he's just sharp as his daggers.
when I'm looking away, that's when he's been trying to swoop me, but the wind's too strong and he can't get anywhere near close. I just stopped here to wait for Margaret and suddenly heard a few swoops and flaps and things, but the Maggie's in the tree. He's probably looking out for Margaret actually. Might have seen her coming down the road. the joys of the Magpie. Heading to Balimore in the, it's not too bad, 20 past 3. It's been a long old day, only done 54 kilometres, but you know, we're not trying to set any records. We've got about 3 kilometres to go.
Is this going to turn to dirt again? Like
No, this is the final bit of seal road.
Wow, this is too good to be true.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder will it turn to dirt again?
Yeah. Oh, across the creek. Up a bit of a hill. And here we are in Balimore. Oh, there's a very big grain storage and grain distribution centre up there by the looks. On the left, that's grain storage. And then right up here, there's the pub. The Hair of the Dog Inn. That'll be good. Oh, that'll be very good. Oh, good run. Couple of magpie swoops along the way. Well, good morning. Today's Tuesday. We had a lovely night here at the Balimore pub, the Hair of the Dog Hotel. Had a great meal here. Very cold last night, but despite all of that, we were warm in our hotel room, so very happy about that. It's a grand old hotel here, very small, didn't open until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but did us a great dinner, and very chatty host, the publican here. She's a very lovely lady. We all had a very enjoyable time. And we're just departing Balimore this morning. Lovely sunny morning again. Off he goes alongside us in the paddock. Oh, that's no good, mate. He took a dive. Cypress pine forest all the way through here. Lovely quiet road, just ups and downs. Every now and then there's a causeway, as we can see coming up. There's a whole paddock there of Patterson's Curse, I think. In this part of the world it's probably called Patterson's Curse because cattle don't eat it. But although there's a cow up there standing it, I don't know what it's doing. In South Australia they call it Salvation Jane because it survives the droughts, and I think the sheep do eat it.
sealed road again. Makes it a bit easier riding for a while.
Onto Barberville Street.
Done about 30 kilometres now, and rolling into Wongarbon, the place is called. Small community, just on the fringes of it now. 50km speed limit, and it's half our day's ride done, and it's only just not yet 11 o'clock, so that's pretty good. Really quiet roads. I think we've seen about 4 cars in the whole morning. It's a very quiet town. I did say Grattan Gallery Open over there. Don't know what that is. As it turned out, Wongarbon's got a bit more life in it than I thought. And the post office here is actually open. And we stopped in here, and the lady at the post office, marvellous, did us a cup of coffee and some scones, jam and cream, Devonshire coffee. And we had a good long chat. She's got a lovely art gallery display inside, and her partner, her husband, does art. He's a painter, and that's why the decorated horse float is nearby. It's actually an art float, and in a couple of days' time, this Saturday, he's got an art display in Dubbo, and yeah, it's really lovely. So anybody's cycling the Central Western Cycle Trail and comes through Wongarbon, make sure you pop into the post office and get yourself a Devonshire tea, and if you ring ahead, you'll probably even get lunch here, no worries. So keep that in mind. Oh, they've got an Annis Bill's water trough here. Yes, they're all over the place in Australia. Horse trough. Lots of flowers out all along here. Just got up a steep little climb out of Wongarbon. Quite short, but probably the first time I had to hit 3rd gear on the bike, so it was steep. And the property up here at the top of the hill is called Red Hill, which is appropriate because the road's pretty red. What a great panorama there is down here, right across the horizon. Rocky as hell. Like railway ballast. Jeez. Well, that's fun and games. Just following the rail line into Geurie, where we're going to stop for lunch. A few little ups and downs. We've reached some changing road surface. Thought for a moment it was a sealed road, but here we are, 50km an hour, edge of town. We are entering Geurie. Sealed road now. This is a persistent one. It's about swoop number 6 or 7. Oh boy. Oh, still at it. Oh, new mongrel. In Geurie.
The memorial, the Geurie Memorial Hall up there. There's a race course and recreation ground. That street straight ahead. And there's even a winery back behind us somewhere. Didn't see that. Missed it. And the town's down there, just below us, with a general store down there, which looks like it's open to me. That will be lunch. What a place. That antique shop. Oh, it's still sort of operating, maybe, yeah. We just had lunch in Geurie, the general store, which is open and trading, unlike what some people tried to tell us. Had an enjoyable time sitting there chatting with another chap who's cycling the trail. And now we're on our last 30-kilometre run into Wellington. Just a nice downhill run off Bald Hill. There's a Bald Hills Forest Reserve or Scenic Reserve just outside of Geurie. Quite a high little climb.
Hard to see. He just flew down.
What's
King
the matter?
Parrot flew down into the bush
fine.
down on her left down
Okay.
in there. She's a visitor from Ireland.
The story is.
She's just checking that it's safe to go through.
Bridge works ahead on the Macquarie River bridge, but we've just able to go through slowly, avoiding the works. Nice quiet little gravel road again. Well, the tarmac was pretty quiet too, no traffic on that with the bridge out of operation. Beehives. The honey flow is on. One of the bloody bees stung me on the way down the hill. That's not very nice. One of the perils of wearing a bright red and yellow cycling jersey. The bees get at it. Open pasture country here, and canola growing everywhere on the left and straight ahead. All the yellow flowers of the canola out in bloom. It's that time of year. Unusual looking trees on the left here. They've got no leaves on them, but they've got some sort of fruit or seed pod on them. I just don't know what they are. And back on the tarmac for the last 10 kilometres or so into Wellington. Looking good, all pretty flat riding, but we have got one hill to go up to get into Wellington. And up and a down. And again. I said that was the bitumen, it was foxed again. One little patch of bitumen for 400 metres, and up a hill, and we're back to the gravel. Oh, I think this is the real end of the gravel for today. And we're going onto Bushrangers Creek Road, which does climb up a hill over there, I can see in the far distance. Big climb up here. Last climb into Wellington. Oh, the big descent now. Flying. creek line runs right next to the road. Just a dry creek, but it'd be interesting if this area had really heavy rainfall. I reckon the road would flood. And in the distance is Wellington. Up on the right hand side here is the Wellington racecourse. Just hitting up 72 kilometres for the day. It's a bit more than we thought. We thought it was only 6. I miscounted it, I thought it was 60. Noticed this great big solar farm when we went through the other day. Huge area. Kicking out some power, I guess. And the panels rotate with the sun. Still roadworks along this road. At least there's a bit less traffic. Another 20 kilometres of climbing to do, but gradual climbing. I think every now and then there's roadworks traffic lights, which get to be a bit of a nuisance because we're climbing at 10 or 12 kilometres an hour rather than cars doing 40 plus. Oh, that's a monster. Having a fairly busy bit of traffic along this road, doing roadworks here, and there's big gravel trucks and works 4-wheel drives going along, so and narrow sections where we've got to wait for roadworks traffic lights. So it's and all the roadworks are on uphills as well, so that's keeping us working hard trying to get through the roadworks. So this is Goolma Road. They're working on it, widening it by the looks, probably widening it, and certainly getting prepared to put down a nice new, possibly tarmac surface. At least this bit's on a downhill so we can go through quicker. All this roadwork's happening because they're putting in a big wind farm here, and they're rebuilding the road so it can take heavier trucks through. And it's certainly, they're putting a good surface eventually. It'll be a sealed road and good and wide. Oh, end road work. Well, that's a good sign. Mind you, there's a great big pothole up ahead.
I should have gone that side.
Well, here we are. This is pretty much the highest point for today. Just on around about 600 metres. And the highest point of the whole Central West cycle trail. We've even seen some trees around here that we thought looked like snow gums. Pretty gradual, I think, but it goes on for about maybe 8 or 10 kilometres. Gradual descent. Great granite tors lying around in the paddock. Massive pile of boulders. Yeah. Gravel. Just went past a big station, Glenwood Station. Merinos, that's what they grow out here. I think this road is going to be mostly downhill for a while. Yeah, we follow the creek down. We go down to Goolma on the main road. No, nothing. An abandoned pub. Yeah, it's a good ride through here. And we can see in the distance there's a big cloud of dust. They've got the ploughs out, ploughing the field. Yeah, so, not that deep. Oh, up we go. Nice homestead, my property. These cattle must be used to cyclists. They're not running away. We've seen up this road since we left the roadworks area. Been extremely quiet. Oh, there's a table and chairs at the front. We can at least make use of that. Excellent. Great spot for lunch. Yep. Out of the wind. Yeah, good view out there. This is the Meeble Road. It's a very quiet back road. Very enjoyable. No traffic. We had to ride for 2 or 3 kilometres on the main road, and it didn't have much traffic. The traffic that went past was very noisy, fast. Gave us room, but just unpleasant. It's peaceful bliss. Quiet. You can hear the birds. A very unusual thing. Off in the far distance you can probably see the creamy colour of the gravel road we're coming up to. Goes up through a bit of a gap in those hills, I think. Lovely panorama of this ridge ahead of us. Probably doesn't show up so well on the camera here, but it's a whole ridge of hills running away to the south. And the start of a bit of gravel that pretty much takes us right through to Gulgong, I think. Chris. Hopefully we'll run down as well. Oh, fossil birds. It's alright, boys. Just gone by. Oh, more roadworks, my god. Okay. He's just going to roll it down a bit, so we might be able to ride it. Yes, thank you. It's a bumpy old road for us. They've worked through it. There's some road works on it, put down a new surface, and it's still rough and lumpy. Oh, there's some seal road. It'll probably only last for 200 metres. There's a road through here that's so level and contoured with cuttings and embankments. I reckon it's on the old rail formation. Because further back I did see an old rail bridge just on its own in the middle of a paddock. Big steel span across a creek. I thought, that's funny. This looks like an old rail line here. There's fences both sides and there's a track in the middle. And I don't know whether you noticed the track, the road back there, when we went past those trucks, yeah. and all that section through there, it went along embankments and through cuttings, yeah, and it was perfectly level. Yeah, you can definitely see the railway formation down there, down below us. Cutting and embankment runs all along here. It was the old Gulgong to Maryvale line, which was sort of partly constructed but never opened. The line never was. Great old timber truss bridge again. Beryl Bridge. No, we go straight ahead. Straight ahead. I don't know whether it's visible in the camera, but out there to the left there is a very large solar farm. The second one we've seen for today. There's one near Wellington, there's this one here near Gulgong. Two of them, two magpies, and they've flown off to the next lot of trees, so they're probably going to have another go. There he goes again. Oh, nice little place. Probably accommodation, Owlhead Lodge. Great blossom trees all along the road too outside. Just to finish off the run into town and got a bit of a goat track. There it is, a two-wheel track. Fun and games. Yeah. Oh, what a run. Here's our turn right, and this one's actually called a road. Well, that was called Williams Road. Wow, this one's called Adam's Leg Road or something. I think roadworks is a bit of a theme for the last couple of days. They've chip sealed the tar right here in Gulgong. But here we are, Hollingsworth Drive, which is a right turn to the showground. How was the ride, dear?
Oh, today was a great day's ride. 80 kilometres. What time is it? Oh,
10 to 4.
10 to 4.
10 to 4. Did the distance. That's good.
We did, in good time.
I've come to the conclusion that the theme,
Very
the
good
twin themes for this week's ride were roadworks and magpies.
Oh yeah, definitely the magpies, without it. Even just back here.
Just back here, swept by a magpie the last bit. And roadworks just as we come into Gulgong. It's classic.
Oh, God.
wow.
Well, they've
Good ride all around. Yeah, caravan left there.
That's one of the best cycle trails we've ever done. One's in Queensland, New Zealand.
Oh
this one is the best.
yeah. It's
By far
it's
the
a good
best.
touring ride.
I could do with a coffee right now.
A coffee. Well, we'll have to go into town and get one probably at the pub or somewhere. At the cafe might be open, 4 o'clock. Yeah. Oh well, that's the end of the Central West Cycle Trail for us. We had a great time.
It was a good trip. Perfect weather.
Yeah.
Couldn't get better.
Yep.
Couldn't get better.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Wow.